I absolutely love to catch, keep, clean, and eat the best tasting kinds of fish that I catch.
Big perch.
Even in spite of the fact that it's less and less politically correct to say, especially if you're a national fishing celebrity, catching and keeping is one big reason I and an awful lot of other people go fishing. Me, I call that lunch. Clearly, wise conservation measures are extremely important and do go a long way in keeping our fish populations healthy. And probably nobody's been more of a proponent of catch and release fishing over these many years than I have. We'll let him go. I'm just one who also sincerely believes that fishermen should never be made to feel like a meat hog for legally limiting out and taking their fair share home. Nice mess of crops, huh? That wherever and whenever possible, without damaging the fishery, well-informed management should provide for it. Bucket full of these puppies. So I guess the question is, where can fishermen go to catch and keep their fill, to have their cake and eat it too, if you will, without harmful consequence? Lake of the Woods in northwestern Ontario, where I went ice fishing last March, is one prime example of such a lake.
I'd fish right there. That's a good spot.
It's a massive, prolific body of water, famous for producing not only an amazing smorgasbord of game fish, but for cranking them out in big numbers and trophy size too. Although Lake of the Woods game fish are strictly managed on the Canadian side, the daily limits for great eaten crappie and perch, for example, are significantly more lucrative than they are in my home state. Plus, these and other species are so abundant that more often than not, you can limit out on multiple species during a single day. Well, here we are, getting set up at the infamous Lake of the Woods. We're up at a resort here called Melines, and looking to catch the crap out of crappies. How's that? And perch and walleyes. You know, a lot of people go ice fishing, go out and hope to get a bite, go out and hope to get a few fish, or maybe they're going to go crappie fishing for the day and they work the day at crappie fishing. We are hoping to take limits of crappies, perch, and walleyes all in one single day, because Lake of the Woods is so fertile, there's so many fish.
Look at that. They're all over it.
Any particular colors you found hot?
A little bit brighter ones here.
I'm going to start with white. Glow one.
Nice.
Fish coming up to it already. First whatever. This one's almost a keeper, huh? I don't know what size you get here. Should I put this one back or keep it?
You know, I think we can get quite a few here that size. I'm hoping to.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
We'll let him go if you think we're going to get a bunch.
Hoping to. Each morning we should be able to come here and get fish.
Continuing now at Lake of the Woods in Ontario and crappie spot number 2, let's focus on 3 key players in successful modern ice fishing play-by-play. Come on back, you little... Good electronics, a jig and spoon, and bite-triggering movements of a sensitive St. Croix graphite rod. Look at the locator here. You see that jig coming right back down into him now. I'm going down inside of him and... Oh, and see, that's all it took. I think this is a nice crop. Yeah, see? If the guy's gonna eat him, it's the perfect size, about 3/4 pound. And there is a bunch. Okay, now I'm down through them. A little hop, see if we can make something come up a little higher. And there's one coming on the locator. This might be a little better, it might just be the same. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that perch. That what you call a jumbo, isn't it? From this size on up, me, I call that lunch along with the rest of them. There's nothing better than a good batch of perch. Or a good batch of crappies, which means the ultimate right has got to be crappies and perch. And see, that's one of the cool things about up here at Melines. It is conceivable you could catch trout, perch, pike, walleyes, and crappies all in the same day. Got him?
Yeah. Decent fish.
A little better. Nice crop.
Nice eating size. Pretty looking fish. I see lots of them on the graph there right now. Oh, Babe's in the one.
Left-hander. Some feels all right. That's an easy off. Look at that little bucket there. Haven't used a piece of live bait yet. Now, it doesn't mean I don't use live bait for crappies. Sometimes I will, but here, I want to show you sensitivity. Take a look at this graph. Now, I'm going to turn the reel handle about 1 inch. Move it that much up off the bottom. This particular unit here, I mean, there's no question what's the bottom and what are my two baits. They're just laying there crystal clear at the moment. See how little I'm moving the rod there? And see what it's doing on the graph? And you see how the darker line's coming in off the bottom? That's a fish coming in. He's coming in to take a look at this bait here.
Ooh. Is that another one? Crappies.
Talk to me.
Nice.
You know, one of the things that I like about what we're doing so much, of opposed to fishing a bobber, I mean, I grew up ice fishing bobbers and minnows for crappies.
Yeah, I don't.
And, well, you don't have to screw around with the minnow. You don't sit there and wait for the bite with the bobber. You're always doing something. And there's so many of those bites, they're so light. One little tick, and that's it. It's much more of a game of cat and mouse.
A little more finesse.
Ah, see right there, he made a fool of me. But I'm gonna give him another chance being the nice guy that I am. Ha ha ha, see? They say nice guys finish last. Well, that crappie, ooh man, nice fish. Nice fish. Beauteous. I still got 3-4 feet of them here, but their hitting is so light. Every one I'm hooking, I'm just barely catching on the lip. That's what I mean about this thing. You see how easy it is to read? Here's my bait dropping right down through the fish.
Oh, look at him down there. Look at that. He's all
now
over.
I'm gonna move it up. See, he's coming up for me.
He's gonna hammer it. Oh, got him. Nice.
Whoa, this is a beauty too.
Is it?
Oh, this is a very nice crappie. Ooh, see? That's a nice fish. That's a beauty. We got to be getting pretty close to our crops here.
Okay, I'll count these for you.
Yeah, I don't know how many we got there, but I think we're getting pretty close to
we got 30.
our limit.
14.
Nice mess of crops,
16.
huh?
Yeah. 18, 20.
Which in the cold front
23,
condition is a nice deal.
27 and 30 and one perch. Nice. There it go. Very light bite.
Dean and I are into the perch pretty good, but as you can see, we've got the blizzard from hell on us here. So we're in a house. Oh boy, that's a good one.
Not bad.
We're in a house here trying to keep warm and keep out of the snow and so forth.
Keep that one.
Look at this.
Ooh, look at that screen now.
I know. Oh,
They're down there now.
there we go.
Babe's in the one.
The perch up here run a beautiful size, number one. Number two, I mean, look at this. Holy buckets, huh? I've got a hand big enough to hold a basketball. That is a beautiful perch, and something's give him a chomp. Oh, I'm using this Northland scud bug, I believe it is. And it's just a little bug with a split shot above it, and it's tough, boy. I know I've caught 30 fish on that one little grub and have not even taken it off yet. So I'm impressed with it. And I'm impressed with Lake of the Woods. If you don't know this area of the world, you get a great day out here. You could limit on perch, and your limit's 50. You can limit on crappies, and the limit is 15, and limit on walleyes all in the same day, and put out a tip up for pike and maybe catch a 20-pounder. I mean, it's
Comes again. Oh, wow.
I watched him come up, and I thought, oh, we're going to catch him. Oh,
Nice perch.
look at that. See?
Nice.
That is a stud. Look at this. If you're a perch fisherman, and I know there's a lot of you guys in Wisconsin and Michigan and Minnesota and Iowa and other places across the country who love perch, this portion of Ontario is accessible. I mean, this is world-class perch fishing.
And there's one coming up right now. Nice.
Oh man, this is a big fish.
Nice one.
This is a big one. This is a... Oh, look at all the larvae in this guy.
Yeah.
That's what they're feeding on here.
That's what we're trying to imitate today. Matching the hatch.
You can see what it does in the water here. Just move it a little bit and that little tail just goes. Looks just like an insect larva. Which is about all the big perch and the crappies. And a lot of the walleyes and the saugers, they're all eating them up here right now.
Picking it up right now.
I swear to God, you don't need hardly ever to use minnows for perch in crappies. You can catch them on artificial baits almost always. And I mean, there's a host of little baits that work.
Yeah.
But you got to have good electronics. You got to have good rods. These are St. Croix. They're graphite. You see I'm holding it back here. And I'm just barely moving that rod tip a little bit. And a bite comes and it goes just that little. That's about all you get is that. But that's all you need. You just need to know that the bite happened, so you got to pay attention. You're watching your locator, watching your rod tip, and it's not a boring sport.
Whoa, it's coming up.
Oh, okay. I got to pay attention.
Do some perch. Oh, let's fish.
Whoa. Mr. Tony.
Oh,
whoa, man.
He hit it nice.
This is a good one.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Woo. This is world-class perch fishing, dude.
No!
That's a big perch.
Big perch.
God, this is
Colors on that thing.
Look at this. Another toad.
He was on it. I don't know if I would. If I wasn't looking at that, I wouldn't have set the hook.
This one is a nice perch. This one is a real stud. That's what I
see
think.
him all the way coming up. Oh, nice one.
That's a mountain class perch.
Look at the belly on
Holy
that thing.
buckets.
Look at the belly on that baby.
Look at this. If you ever see me at a sports show, ask how big my hand is, and then you know how big this perch is.
Look at him down there now. Decent perch, almost a foot.
Yeah, that's a beaut.
Almost looks like a peacock bass.
There's one coming up.
You got him.
No!
Big perch.
I mean, we've got almost a bucket full of these puppies. Between the two of us, we can have 100 actually, can't we?
50 each.
50 each. This is the best perch bite I've had in a while. Bit.
Boy, that was a light bite, but it felt good.
This one came up and up and up and up and just finally plowed her. What's wrong with that perch?
I just let some go for good luck.
You just want to stay out here longer in the blizzard,
I
that's
just
all.
don't want to have to clean so many.
Are you offering to clean all the fish tonight, then?
I'm going to help clean them, as many as I can.
I'm going to help clean them, he says. See, that's part of the service that Dean set out a tip up for his second line, and in this particular case, I think it paid off. There we go. He rolled around that puppy, so watch him. Beaut. Look at how deep she is.
Yeah.
Continuing now at Lake of the Woods in Ontario. Oh, there goes the flag! Go, Dean, go. Did I forget to mention the fun of multitasking for pike?
Got him.
Rather than working two crappie rods and trying to keep up, during much of the time I was focusing completely on crappies and perch. Need help?
Apparently, yes.
Dean set out a tip up for his second line, and in this particular case, I think it paid off. There we go. He rolled around that puppy, so watch him. Beaut. Look at how deep she is.
Yeah. Let's put her back in. Nice. Nice fat northern.
You know, I can't think of anything more fun during winter than I did with Dean last March, stepping outside to brave the elements in a warm, comfy fish house, enjoying the mind game of panfish fishing, and experiencing the thrill of cranking one after another up through a perfectly round 10-inch hole. Unless, that is, it's releasing a few piping hot fillets directly into my mouth at the appropriate time. I'm Babe Winkelman. Thanks for watching, and until next time, everybody, hey, good fishing.